Alright, test riding KTM RC390. Let's get on it. Adjusting the mirrors. Okay. Second gear? Okay, it is now. Okay, rear brake's not too bad. It actually feels better than the brake on my 650. Okay. Very vibey. Lots of vibrations, not gonna lie. But it's also a little bit taller than my 650, funny enough. At least I can't flat foot this one. I mean, I can, just barely. Okay, that climbs very quickly. Alright, okay, the brakes are alright. Nothing too fancy. Okay, I can definitely flat foot this, but it's, I don't know, feels a little bit taller than my 650. Oh, it's got a shift light. Nice. Ah, right. Single cylinder, it will get bogged down. Come on. What's it like filtering then? Got me through. Tell you what, I really would not want to commute on this though. The riding position's a little bit more aggressive than what I'm used to. We're gonna see what's it like on a slightly faster road. You know, it's very light. It feels, it reminds me a lot of my 125, and probably because they weigh about the same. My 125 weighed about as much as this one does, but the difference is this has got 3 times the power of that, which makes it a whole of a lot more fun. You can't just shove it in a high gear and just cruise along. It doesn't like that. Yeah, this is definitely a lot heavier on the wrists than my CBR 650 is. And the only reason I'm comparing those two bikes is because they are, my bike is A2 restricted and this is an A2 bike as well. So they have similar power, but this one's a lot lighter. The windscreen is useless! There is a windscreen, but it's tiny. This little thing is great fun. It will cruise at 70, but you can't really demand much more than that from this bike, because it will not. I mean, I got it to just a little bit over
70 miles per hour.
which is more than what you need for an A2 bike anyways. But you know, what is it, red line? $10,500? Pretty sure red lines are about 10,500 RPM, which isn't too bad. I do not like the gauge cluster though. The rev counter is way too small. It just looks very dated. Okay, let's just take it easy now. Right, as I was saying, I know that the more recent RC390s still have this same gauge cluster, and it's just not very good, to be honest. It looks very dated. It could do with an update, and yeah. So that's two things I don't really like about this bike. It's the looks and the gauge cluster. Other than that, I mean, I'm not sure how much they are brand new, but you can pick one up used for £2,000, maybe a little bit less, which really isn't that bad. So if you're looking for a cheap A2 bike, you could do a lot worse than this. So yeah, overall, it's a very nice little bike. Not my first choice when it comes to A2 bikes. I mean, I am of the opinion that if you have the money, go for a bigger bike and restrict it. If you have the ability to, just do that. If you like used SV650s, they go for about £2,000 as well. You can get one for £2,500, so you could get one of those and restrict it. But it's all down to preference, really. If you prefer a smaller bike, go for a smaller bike. This is a very good bike. I mean, I've heard some stories about reliability issues on these bikes, but I don't know. This is just a test ride. I don't know the bike well enough to formulate a good opinion. Call me an old man, but I've been on this bike for about 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and my wrists are still starting to feel it. I mean, I can see people riding this as a town kind of bike. That was a pothole, and I can see why people would do that, because frankly it's very light, it's very flickable, you can get it in between cars, you can filter very easily on it. I mean, the widest part, it's not even the mirrors, the handlebars are the widest bit in this bike. The clip-ons rather, they're not really handlebars, they're clip-ons. It's a shame I can't really take this out to some nice twisties, because it would do amazingly. I don't have enough time on this test ride to take it out to the twisties and back, which is unfortunate, but you know, it is what it is, right? How's it look? You know, not too bad, not too bad. The side profile's not too bad, it's just everything else that I don't like about the looks. Right, one thing I haven't talked about is the clutch. The clutch is very light, and I'm not sure if it's a slipper clutch or if it's just naturally light. Feels very nice though. It engages not super far out, but not super early either, which is quite good. The foot pegs are also a little bit higher than my 650, which, you know, just gives it a very aggressive position. The bike just keeps pushing you to go faster, and you're not really going to get in a whole lot of trouble with one of these. Alright then, I think it's time I brought her back to the dealership. The wheels are so thin, and I love it. Every time you just stamp on the brakes a little bit too hard, you can just feel the back end sliding. It's got ABS and everything, because at least I think it does. Come on, get neutral. Thank you. Where's the kickstand? Oh. That is really awkwardly placed. That kickstand is very awkwardly placed. Woof. So yeah, this was a quick ride on KTM RC390. Yeah, from the side it actually looks alright. And it doesn't look that bad from the back either. But it's good fun.
Is it?
It's good fun. I didn't get taken on any twisties or anything because don't really have the time. And I've only just realised that I forgot to do an outro. So thanks very much for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button. Consider subscribing. Thanks very much, guys. I'll see you next time.